Before the February 2024 elections in Pakistan, ruthless fascism was unleashed on PTI. To ensure a one-sided contest, the oppressive regime went to extreme lengths. PTI was dismantled. Its electoral symbol was snatched overnight. Candidates were forced to withdraw or join other parties under pressure. Nomination papers from PTI-backed candidates were either snatched or rejected. PTI's candidates and associates were either arrested or abducted. PTI was completely banned from campaigning. Strictly controlled legacy media imposed a total blackout on PTI's voice. PTI's digital presence was targeted. And a massive disinformation campaign was launched to mislead voters.
मैं चेयरमैन इमरान खान की क़यादत में मुकम्मल तौर पर इलेक्शन के बायकाट और दस्तबरदारी का ऐलान करता हूं।
But despite all these dirty tactics, the people refused to surrender. 8th February became a day of defiance. People came out to exercise their right to vote in massive numbers. Standing in long queues, they overcame every obstacle and intimidation. Their vote became their voice, a resounding call for justice. This was more than an election. It was the birth of a soft revolution. A revolution led by ballots, not bullets. A revolution that proved fear cannot silence the truth. A revolution where the people took back their power. As the results poured in, PTI was securing a historic victory. The people's mandate was undeniable. But as night fell, democracy was ambushed. Results were stopped. Form 45s were altered in the dark. Form 47s were fabricated to reverse the outcome. A 2/3 majority was stolen in plain sight. Unprecedented rigging marked the entire election. With some glaring examples. One, President of PMLN and three-time Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif was defeated by PTI's worker, Dr. Yasmin Rashid, as was evident from the initial results. But the results were shamelessly rigged for him to cover up the loss. Forms were changed. Votes were printed long after the election because rigging was the only way to secure him a win. 2. Longtime PMLN worker and Defense Minister Khawaja Asif was shockingly defeated by a new entrant, Rehana Dar, the mother of his political opponents, despite his use of all oppressive tactics. Yet, he was still made to win because the system had already decided. But this fraud was too big to hide. International media exposed the rigging. Civil servants and election officers broke their silence.
13 MLA की सीटें जो हारी हुई लोगों को हमने जितवाया है, लोगों की 70-70 हजार की लीड को हमने उनकी शिकस्त में बदला है और आज भी हमारे लोग बैठ के जेली बोले लगा रहे हैं।
मुझे रात भर धमकी दिए, बोला तुम्हारे घर पुलिस भेज रहे। जुल्म ऐसे इलेक्शन होते हैं।
इस लेवल पर जो धांधली है इलेक्शन के दिन और इलेक्शन के नेक्स्ट डे पाकिस्तान में कभी नहीं हुई। फॉर्म 45 है, उनको अगर जमा करें और फॉर्म 47 के साथ उसको कंपेयर करें तो 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 वोटों तक का फर्क निकल के आ रहा है। यानी कि रातों रात जो है उन्होंने हजारों वोट इधर से उठाकर उधर डाल दिए हैं फॉर्म 47 के ऊपर।
Even within state institutions, voices of dissent emerged. Yet, no appeals were heard. PTI's election petitions were ignored. Election tribunals were stacked with hand-picked judges, and PTI's reserved seats were also hijacked. Thieves stole the votes, but they can't stop the revolution. The people have awakened. The fear is broken. The struggle has begun. This is no longer just about an election. This is a movement. No force on earth can stop a revolution whose time has come. And when a nation rises, no power can stand in its way. Pakistan!